Okay, so buckle up, because this one's messy as hell, and honestly, I've been holding this in for years. When did the black sheep of the family finally snap? For me, it was a perfect storm of betrayal, abuse, and finally, just owning my own damn life on my terms. A little backstory first. I'm the youngest of four, the problem child from the start. My oldest brother was the golden boy, smart, charismatic, rarely got in trouble. Then there's my sister, the queen of manipulation and drama, playing victim while stabbing everyone in the back. My other brother's a straight-up burnout with a heroin habit, but surprise, surprise, he got all the family sympathy. And me? I was the freak, quiet, artistic, didn't fit their mold, and they made it clear I didn't deserve their time or trust. Growing up, my parents were the textbook definition of neglect with a side of emotional abuse. My dad was an alcoholic who'd disappear for days, coming home smelling like whiskey and cheap hookers, getting violent for no reason. My mom was a classic narcissist, everything was about her, and if I ever dared cry or complain, my siblings? They learned early to use that. Cut to my early 20s. By then, I'd escaped to a crappy apartment, working a dead-end job and trying to make some money from my art. My sister was deep in manipulative control mode, still playing victim to everyone in the family, especially when my brother with the heroin habit got arrested for stealing from their own mother's savings. She blamed everyone but him, naturally. One night, after a shitty shift, I get a frantic call from my mom, voice cracking. Turns out my burnout brother Odd, but survived, and then went missing because my parents didn't want the cops involved, shame and all. They asked me to come get him, feed him, basically, baby him. Why me? Because I'm the only person who wouldn't judge or add to the chaos. And honestly, I was the only sober one in the whole damn family at that point. So I pick him up from some seedy motel, and what happens next is the last straw. This dude, broken as hell but still a parasite, immediately starts blaming me for ratting him out to cops, which I hadn't. He gets belligerent, and my sister calls me hysterical, borderline insane, yelling at me to handle her brother like a man. My mom and dad? Nowhere to be found emotionally. They left me alone with this ticking time bomb of a brother who'd been trying to stab me from the day he could hold a knife. Fast forward 2 weeks of me trying to pull this family mess together while everyone else dodged responsibility. I'm sleep-deprived, beaten down, and the emotional weight feels like it's crushing my chest. Then my parents show up to thank me, but turn it into a passive-aggressive interrogation about why I'm still single, still not making 6 figures, still not contributing like I should. All the pent-up rage, the years of being treated like dirt, exploded. I snapped. Here's where the revenge kicks in. I started recording every single toxic interaction with my family, the lies, the gaslighting, the verbal abuse, because I was sick of being their emotional punching bag in the dark. I hacked into the family group chat, turning their gossip and guilt trips into a scandalous Twitter thread I anonymously dropped one night. Suddenly, the whole neighborhood and distant family members were reading about the lunacy their family let fester for decades. My sister lost her fake reputation. Her friends turned away cold when they saw her for what she really was. The golden boy had his job threatened because of some dirt about covering for my junkie brother. Parents? They got a visit from CPS when a freaked-out neighbor reported the abuse details that slipped out publicly. And me? I finally cut the cord. I stopped answering calls, blocked all their numbers, and for the first time, just focused on building my future. Months later, I landed a gallery show, something my family mocked me for when I was younger. I invited exactly 0 people from the family, but a good chunk of the art world came out. For the first time, I felt seen for me, not just the black sheep. Did I feel guilty? Nah. I was done being the family punching bag. Sometimes the only way to heal is to burn the bridges you thought you needed to cross. So, yeah, that's when I finally snapped. When the abuse, manipulation, and neglect pushed me over the edge, I didn't fall apart. I fought back, and for the first time, I won.